Does the injunction in the Mock versus Garland case apply to FBC members? Does it apply to customers of Maximum Defense? I don't know. And no one does, and we won't find out until after the rule goes into effect. What's up, Wolverines? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, let's go ahead and break this down. Yesterday, FPC won an injunction against the ATF's pistol brace rule in Mock versus Garland. The injunction applies to the named plaintiffs in the case. So we're not really sure if that means just Mock and Maximum Defense, or if it means all of Maximum Defense's customers, or does it mean all of FPC's members? No one is really sure. So FPC asked for clarification of who is covered by the injunction, and FBC is now stating that the court said that they will get back to them on June 2nd. But the issue is the rule goes into effect on June 1st. So if you're an FPC member and you have a braced pistol and you don't register it by June 1st, you could be guilty in the eyes of the ATF of violating the NFA, and it can land you in prison for 10 years and have a $250,000 fine. But if the court comes back and says it does apply to FPC's members, then you're A-okay and you're not breaking the law. But you have to make that decision before you actually know what the consequences of that decision is, which is totally unfair to everyone involved in the case. And I think this is what the Fifth Circuit wants to do. They didn't want to issue an injunction, but their hands were forced. So they're going to do it in the most convoluted way possible. Hopefully they clarify this before June 2nd, but according to FPC, it will not be clarified until then. There is a couple other cases where we can get an injunction, and that is the GOA case, which is also with Texas versus the ATF, that is scheduled for a status conference tomorrow. We might have a temporary restraining order by the end of the week, but who knows? That could also be pushed out until next week, and that would be a little bit too late. But there is a chance that we will get a TRO before then. Also, the frack case, which is up in North Dakota, also cited the Mock case and their motion for an injunction up in North Dakota. So we might get an injunction in one of those two cases, or we might get a TRO that puts the whole pistol brace rule on hold. I wouldn't hold my breath, but I would also not be surprised if it happens. Both sets of lawyers, the ones up in North Dakota for frack and also the GOA lawyers down in Texas, are very, very smart. And some people even say that they have a stronger case than the FBC case in Mock. So if the weakest out of the three cases can get an injunction, that bodes well for the other two cases. Tomorrow, the picture should be a little clearer after the status conference in Texas versus the ATF, and we should have a little indication of where the case might go. We will not know for sure until the judge actually makes his decision, because you can never tell what a court is going to do until the court actually does it. But I do have a good feeling that this pistol brace rule might be stopped before it goes into effect. But right now it is a coin flip. So if I was a betting man, I wouldn't bet on this. But after tomorrow, I might. All right, guys, that's it. Just wanted to give you a little update of what's going on. If you noticed earlier on, I showed all the latest subscribers go by. So if you want to be on that list and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 44,000 people by the end of the month. So I got a couple days to get about 100 subs. Also, I have a Patreon, and you can see the Patreon names scroll by. And not only do I have Patreon, I have locals, but there's no plugin to pull the information from locals. So if you want to see your name scroll by, join the Patreon. If you just want to support the channel and you don't like Patreon, you can go over to locals, which has a lot of really cool features, and you should really check it out. All right, guys, I love you very much. Stay ever vigilant, stay ever free, keeping the fight. I am out of here. Wolverine's mother